on WNIT Public Television, Channel 34.1, featuring singer-songwriter John Gorka.
It's the Wild Rose Moon Radio Hour. Tonight's show features a prolific singer-songwriter and folk music legend from the Garden State, a philosophy major from Moravian College in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. He has been sharing his own philosophical method for over 4 decades. A world-renowned performer, complete with an understated performance style, he has produced 15 albums and given countless performances, including those with Suzanne Vega, Sean Colvin, Michael Manring, Christine Lavin, and Dave Van Ronk. Many well-known artists have recorded and or performed his songs, including Mary Chapin Carpenter, Nancy Griffith, Mary Black, and Maura O'Connell. He has graced the stage of Austin City Limits, Mountain Stage, and E-Town, and on CNN. And this will be his 3rd time on the Wild Rose Moon Radio Hour. Please help us welcome Mr. John Gorka to our stage.
So I think it's time to talk to our guest, don't you? John Gorka. Let's give him a nice hand.
Hi, Joe. Thank you.
You know, when I heard that list of people that you, had played with and around and all that kind of stuff, I heard in the list Dave Van Ronk.
Dave Van Ronk, yeah.
Yeah, and he was sort of like didn't he have a name like the Prince or something?
The mayor of Greenwich Village.
Mayor of Greenwich Village, right.
Or mayor of McDougal Street.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, do you have any Dave Van Ronk stories?
Yes. I got to meet him through Christine Lavin, and she was good friends with him, and she had me stay at his house, sleep on his couch, because Bob Dylan had slept on Dave Van Ronk's couch. So she had me do that, and they were very nice. But I remember one time I opened for Dave at a place called the Speakeasy. It was the back of a falafel joint on McDougal Street in Greenwich Village. It wasn't as glamorous as it sounds, but I opened for him there, and then apparently I got off stage, and he said apparently one of the patrons threw up during my set. And Van Ronk, when he heard that, Van Ronk said, "Everybody's a critic."
Well, why don't you use that as a lovely introduction to your next song?
Okay, all right. Let's see what I can do. This is one song I recorded at Paisley Park in Chanhassen, Minnesota, Prince's place, and it's also one that was on a record I made with Eliza Gilkison and Lucy Kaplansky, where we sing each other's song. What, need me to? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, it must be over 50. So it was on my record called Between 5 and 7. It was also on a record that called Red Horse, that Eliza Gilkison and Lucy Kaplansky and I made in 2010, where we sing each other's songs. And this is a song of mine that Lucy sang. She had a better introduction for it than I did. She said, "This is a song about some of John's friends who made some unfortunate choices." It's called Blue Chalk. So I wonder how she's doing. I hate it when the rumors fly. They give off such a strange sense of mission when your helplessness on high. But she would never run from strangers. She sang alone like a bell will toll, way above all the clang and the clatter, out of fear of her demon soul. Maybe none of this is my business, and none of what I hear is true. I am far from the mint condition. Circulation's hard on you. Hold tight, hang tough. Love's not enough to keep you off that stuff, to save you. Hold tight, hang tough. Love's not enough to keep you off that stuff, to save you now. Oh. He can always find the holes in the bottles, even with a blindfold on. Never kept his seat on the wagon, pointing his cue right from wrong. Hold tight, hang tough. Love's not enough to keep you off that stuff, to save you. Hold tight, hang tough. Love's not enough to keep you off that stuff, to save you now. Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
It's like we're in Shea Stadium.
Oh, I know. This is the greatest audience ever.
I wanted to ask you about Lucy Kaplansky.
Yes.
And she's a longtime New Yorker, right?
Yeah.
And
But she's from Illinois. Originally, she grew up in Chicago.
yeah, and does she have a PhD or something? Does
Yeah,
in psychology.
She went.
Oh, no.
She grew up in a building that had no fewer than 4 Nobel Prize winners living there.
Wow.
Her father was an eminent mathematician, and to her parents' chagrin, she moved to New York City in her late teens to become a singer. But somewhere along the line, she became a clinical psychologist.
Yeah.
I think she met so many musicians and knew there was a whole lot of work. So an opportunity. Anyway, I remember saying to her, "I'm sorry, Lucy, but I'm afraid you're damned to be a singer." And fortunately, she came back to singing and has been doing that ever since.
And she composed some sort of song after 9/11, right?
You're right. Yes.
And my understanding is that you and she sang together, or were at some.
Well, yeah, we played. I played at the World Trade Center at the plaza there on August 29th,
Wow.
13 days before 9/11, and yeah, it was. And Lucy came and sang with me. And there's some pictures of that. My dressing room was in the South Tower.
Wow.
So that's kind of weird.
Yeah, very strange. Well, do you have another song for us?
Yeah, maybe something perkier than that. This is a song from my flower delivering days. It was a place called the Corner Greenery, and one of the neighbors was the subject of this song. He used to help people park their cars on one of the streets there, whether those people wanted that help or not. He wasn't employed by the city or anything. He was kind of a freelance assisting car park person. And his name was Francis, and this is called The Sentinel. Francis called me Joe, but that is not my name. I told him what it really was, but he lost it just the same. When they made the Francis plan, they took too much off the top. The Sentinel of Seneca, the 800 block. He would scare the kids, and they would run away, till they found he was one of them, though he was big and gray. Already 55, he dressed as though he cared.
wore his time out on the block beneath his close-cut hair. He always had a word for anyone who'd stop. The Sentinel of Seneca, the 800 block. He'd say you can't park there, and strangers they would go. They would do just what he said because they didn't know. Francis lived alone, and that's the way he died. I wonder if they'll need a guard on the other side. Some people roam the world to make some kind of change. The parking up on Seneca will never be the same. They say he got a job on some other hill, and if you don't miss him, I know the neighbors will. Francis called me Joe, but that is not my name. I told him what it really was, but he lost it just the same. When they made the Francis plan, they took too much off the top. The Sentinel of Seneca, the 800.
Thank you for the whooping. Thank you. Thank you.
And I just, I'm almost in tears, actually. During your concert, I realized how fortunate we are to have you on our planet.
Oh, that's nice.
And,
thank you. Wow, thank you very much.
And I was thinking about how, in reality, you really have used that that degree, that philosophy degree, because so many of your songs have a philosophical bent.
I think that the Flying Red Horse song is kind of a philosophical song.
I think a lot of your songs feel philosophical to me, but I was going to say, I was a philosophy. I tried it for a while. It didn't fit. Didn't fit me. I had to go into theater, but for a while I was, and I chewed on some various kinds of texts, and those are pretty in-depth kinds of things. Now at Moravian College, what kind of who were the philosophers you might have studied?
There was an American idealist called Borden P. Bown, I think. And he was mainly interested in self-realization.
Self-realization.
Yeah.
And he was the only philosopher then?
No, there's some other ones. Professor McConnell, I really liked him because he was a peach farmer. He was very, very much a very down to earth person, and but very, very fun to be in his class, and even has big ideas. His ethics class I really liked as well.
So if you got a good grade, did you get a peach?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't get a good enough grade.
Well, you'll get a good grade with all of us if you just play a song.
All right. Well, thank you. Okay, maybe sing you. I'll sing it since you're talking about trees. I'll sing this one. It's a song about wanting to be a tree when you grow up, and it's from my first record. And it's this is also the song that the judges liked in 1984 at Kerrville. And this has a chorus too, and the chorus goes, I'm gonna reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach till I know why. So you could either sing along, which is encouraged, or you could just stretch, because you've been sitting there a while. This is a good song to stretch too, branching out.
be a tree, gonna make my home with the birds and the bees and the squirrels. They can count on me when I grow up to be a tree. I'll let my joints get stiff, put my feet in the ground, take the winters off and settle down. Keep my clothes till they turn brown. When I grow up, I'm gonna settle down. And I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why. That's your part. When the spring comes by, I'm gonna get real green. If the dogs come by, I'm gonna get real mean. On windy days, I'll bend and lean. When I grow up, I'm gonna get real green. If I should fall in storm or slumber, please don't turn me into lumber. I'd rather be a Louisville slugger, swinging for the seats. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why. One more time. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why, till I know why. That was good. Thank you. That was nice. Very nice. I saw some good extension out there too. It was very excellent.
When you were in New York City, I've heard one of your interviews, and you were talking about how you'd had this great experience at Godfrey Daniels, and you went to New York, but it wasn't quite the same or something. You felt like some point in New York.
Well, yeah, I remember thinking when I first went to Godfrey Daniels, I thought, oh, this is, seeing the pictures on the walls and everything and of the people who are going to be playing there. Some of them were signed. And I thought, oh, wow, this is what Greenwich Village must have been like in the 60s. And but when I got to Greenwich Village in the early 80s, February of 1982, the Godfrey Daniels Revue went to play at the Speakeasy on McDougal Street. And I said, when I found out what Greenwich Village had become, I wished it was more like Godfrey's.
Oh, yeah. Now, you were first on Red Horse, is that right?
Red House Records.
Red House,
yeah,
I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, Wyndham Hill for a while?
Wyndham Hill and High Street Records for 5 records, and then back to...
But you worked with a lot of different artists on Wyndham Hill. Or you met a lot of different...
Michael Manring. I got to work with Michael.
The bass, wasn't he a bass player?
Bass player, yeah. Fantastic musician, yeah.
Yeah, had some kind of special bass. What?
He could play 3 basses at once. He was, and he would play with a ebow, so which would make it sing. It was almost like having another. He'd make it sound like a singing with a chorus.
Right. Astonishing sound he got.
Yeah, he's a wonderful person too.
Well, that was a great education you got. Well, share some more out of your education for us.
Oh, maybe I'll sing you. The song from Godfrey Daniels.
Oh, great!
About.
Had you ever heard of Amazing Grace Coffee House? The one that was in Evanston. It was kind of legendary for a while.
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah, I don't think I never got to play there.
Because that's where Claudia Schmidt got her. A lot of attention there. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. This is a song I wrote for Godfrey Daniels and for Stan Rogers, who was my hero. I I got to meet him in December of 1980. I was going to be the MC that night, and Dave Fry took me over to meet him, and I was really pretty starstruck. He was in the middle of the room changing strings on his 6 and 12 string guitars, and I brought him over. Dave Fry brought me over to meet him, and he says, "This is John. He's going to be MC tonight." And I barely got my hand out, in the shaking position, and I didn't. Like I said, I was starstruck, and after a little while, I got the courage to come up to him and say, "Stan, I really like your song, Stan." And I didn't feel like I had expressed the way how much his music meant to me. So a little while later, I went up on the other side of him, and I said, "Stan, I really, really like your songs, Stan." And again, I felt that it didn't. After I tried it 1 or 2 more times, and it was starting to annoy him. He said, "Have a beer, John." And I did, and it was better. And so this is a song for Stan and Godfrey Daniels. It's called "That's How Legends Are Made." I worked at a place where the bands came through. Some of them ran false, and some rang true. I'd stick around after they played to see how legends are made. There's just a few that stand out in my mind. Some of them still roll, and some are lost to the grind. Now you ask me of the special ones, and where all the legends have gone. There was a man who came from north of here. He could raise his voice, and he could raise a beer. And when he left, the music stayed. And that's how legends are made. Surprised us to see just how high he stood. It's hard to believe someone could sing that good. We shared more gold than any band was paid. And that's how legends are made. So long, it was nice meeting you. But how do you get back to Route 22 from here? The band was a bass man with a brother on lead. There was no more, 'cause there was no need. So fine to see what they could give, 'cause legends call us to live. Oh, they came in high and they came in low, worn by the miles and fresh from home. Hard work, magic, then some tragic end, and so a legend began. So long, it was nice meeting you, but how do you get back to Route 22 from here?
worked at a place where the bands came through. Some of them ran false and some rang true. I'd stick around after they played to see how legends were made. To see how legends are made.
Thank you. Thanks.
John, I really, really like your songs.
Thank you.
Let's give him a big hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
We hope you'll entertain the idea of coming back to the radio show.
I'd love to come back.
We'd love to have you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much to Mr. John Gorka for living and breathing new life in all of us tonight.